And in terms of your day-to-day then, what that typically looks like, can you give us an overview? And has that drastically changed in the last 7 weeks since you've been forced to work from home?
Well, day to day, now that is a challenging one. That is a tricky one. I'd say a lot of the days, and I know this is a cliche, so apologies, everybody's groaning hearing that response, but every day is a bit different, is quite different. So in a project space, there are so many different projects that you could be involved in. For example, there's different big projects which are called programs within Child Maintenance Group, and there's lots of different activity hiding sort of going on that basis to sort of get things working and to get things moving. But I suppose some things that might be a bit consistent, since I'm a project manager, there's always governance and structure around the decisions that you want to make and the sort of activities you want to implement. So there's often a great opportunity to meet loads of different, what we call stakeholders, but without the corporate language, just people that basically can help shape a project. So it can be people from external companies, it can be members of the public, and there's so many different things that you can get involved in that it's difficult to pin it down, but there's a lot of opportunities to speak to different people, to work on projects, to see elements of the world essentially that you might not have seen before. So again, bit cliched, but there's so many things you can get involved in that it's difficult to pin it down in day to day, but I suppose that's the beauty and attractiveness of it, I think. Yeah.
So it's safe to say you're never bored?
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And I think also on your other point there about how has COVID essentially affected me working, thankfully the civil service is well equipped to make sure people can work from home, and they've been fantastic at making sure that, you know, since we're lucky enough to support the UK and make sure people are being able to live as best as they can while we all respond to the circumstances, being able to work safely and remotely from home with sort of IT equipment there. So in terms of meetings, in terms of speaking to people, it's just swapping face-to-face to a Zoom, exactly like we're doing now. So day-to-day working for us hasn't stopped. We're still delivering, we're still getting on with things because we have to. So I'm just doing it now from my small room, which you can see around us, but it's quite nice. There's less of a commute, so happy days.
But you're still in touch with a lot of your colleagues as well, digitally?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Again, it's just a transition that I think not just the civil service or public sector, but every company, every person's just making that transition to Zoom or Skype or house party in a personal capacity. There's still that ability to be able to talk to your team and still connect with people who you may never have met face to face. You can still have that conversation with them. So it's definitely still business as usual, I think, for us. Yeah.
Good, glad to hear it.